Hey, welcome back, traders. Welcome to another episode here. Episode here about tonight. We're talking about Tesla, a little stock analysis on it. Is it a buy? You guys, I'm sure, have heard about the Tesla Elon Musk rants on Twitter. I just kind of wanted to go through that with you guys here again. So, check this out. So, Elon Musk went nuts on Twitter the other day, saying that his stock price is overpriced and that it's too high, right? And then he has some sort of like agreement with the SEC, I guess, to not say this type of stuff on Twitter. And so obviously the SEC declined to comment on this, and Tesla didn't respond for a comment, and so it's just kind of crazy stuff happening with Elon Musk here and Tesla. And we're going to get into the technicals here in a second, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little update here on this news. This is pretty big news. His scuffle with the SEC stretches back to August 7, 2018, tweet that he had funding secured to make the stock pump. And so there's a lot of hype and a lot of things going around about this. Some people think that his Twitter was hacked and all this kind of crazy stuff. But clearly, he just thinks his stock is overpriced. I think he's got something up his sleeve, right? I mean, he's got to, right? He's a very very intelligent guy. So we're gonna go through Tesla here and cover if it's a buy. It already dumped I think 10% on Friday from this. So let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys haven't done so already, and click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and we will get into the show here. All right, and we're gonna be announcing our gift card winner here very shortly. I'm just gonna cover the chart here of Tesla, and then we'll get into the memes. Okay. So as you guys can see on the 4-hour here, Tesla is at the top of the bands, and looks like it broke or is about to break support here. All right. And our 4-hour oscillators are looking like they're kind of rounding here. We're at 36 on the RSI on the 4-hour. Let's go to the daily real quick. That'll kind of give us a real outlook. Looks like it's kind of pointed down right now. Obviously, Stokes are pointed down. We probably will get some sort of bounce, right? They just dumped 10%, so I'm sure the shorter term oscillators here are oversold. Okay. As you guys can see, the S&P imbalance indicator is indicating oversold stuff here on the hourly. We're about to cross up here on the MACD. Okay, so hourly chart looks like we could get a bounce here on Tesla. Okay, but if we break this 677 support area, we're probably going to head down to this next fib extension around the $600 to $620 area. Okay. So we're going to see how how Tesla opens here tomorrow. Okay, guys. All right, so let's get into the meme competition here. I think we had about 6 or 7 people submit, so I really appreciate you guys doing that, and we'll get through it here right now. Okay. All right, so we had Crypto Bones submitting the. What's the ticker symbol for Corona beer again? I hear it's on the rise. And then me, obviously, with the Corona mask. I think that's pretty funny. But, all right. So let's move on here. We had Hase submit. I'm not fucking selling because Robinhood won't let me. I guess that was when Robinhood went down and a lot of people couldn't really sell anything on Robinhood, right? So our other ace, when you trade without listening to STP, you get up to the bat. Nice. All right. These were some that we made. CT Baz owns 0.001 Bitcoin, changes Facebook bio to crypto expert. Okay. I think this was submitted by Crypto Keeper. Y'all got any more of those STP alerts? And you got I think that's Chappelle, right? That's pretty funny. um, so we thought this one was pretty funny. Let's see. Trading with STP. Well, my parents think I do. And they're like a poker guy. My boss thinks I do. What my ladies think I do. What I really do with STP. Nice. This is also pretty fun. I think this is also a Crypto Keeper. Yeah, this is also Crypto Keeper submitting this. Energy companies has petroleum oil, negative $36, so we ride at dawn. I think this is submitted by Matt. Okay, these are some other ones. I don't always trade crypto, but when I do, I use the Swing Trade Pros alert service. All right. Submits meme to STP team, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. This is screwed up, man. We're not gonna read that one. Eat Short, The American Dream. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Mr. No just made a call out. My wish is about to come true. That's pretty funny. I like to use Google for all my stock picks. You know, STP is who you're supposed to use. What do you guys think? I think I'm thinking the Chappelle one was the best one, honestly. What do you got, chat? What do you guys think? I'll wait to hear your guys' feedback. Guys, while you can, please hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, take the little bell. We got 22 people on tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Arash is voting for the crypto expert. Let's hear what else you guys got. Chappelle 100%. Chappelle. I'm hearing Chappelle. All right, we're gonna go. I think consensus that we got 3 people voting Chappelle. I get the crypto expert one too, man, but everyone's liking at these The other contender was the crypto expert. All right, so I think whoever Crypto Keeper, you're gonna win the $50 gift card. All right, so just send myself or Ninja your email, and we'll get you sorted with the gift card. Okay. So congratulations to Crypto Keeper on this meme here. But thank you guys for doing and participating in our meme contest here this evening and this week. All right, so let's get to. We're gonna look at SPY real quick. We're gonna look at the futures. All right. So futures are down 1.5% right now. We got some oversold candles here coming in on the hourly. Down 1.5% here. Looks like we're kind of just sitting right above this support area right now. Okay. So that 2730 area, okay, looks to be a major support, which actually happens to be another fib extension. All right. So if we go to the 6 hour here, I actually kind of even had this circled. Okay. It looks like Stokes just crossed down here on the MACD, on the 6 hour, on the daily chart. We haven't even started creating negative momentum yet on the wave trend. Okay, so I think we're in for a little bit of a drop here, maybe back down to this, the 258 to 270 range. Okay, it's obviously going to be difficult for me to tell you exactly where we're gonna stop, but our next stop here is this 272 area. If we don't hold this support here, not really a support, it's kind of just a brief area where there is some local support. Okay, I'm going to cover a little bit of Bitcoin here. We just had a weekly candle close. All right, so I'm going to look at the BitMEX chart. Yes, please smash the like button if you guys haven't done so already. Click that little bell, click the sub button, and make sure you guys provide a comment down below after the stream if you'd like how the stream was, or what you guys would like to see in future streams. All right, so Bitcoin here kind of just looks like it's consolidating, right? But if it's going to be following the S&P, where we might see a drop, right? But it looks to be sitting in bullish territory on the RSI, sitting at 64. All right, so yeah, we'll check out Power Ledger here in a second. I'm just gonna do some quick TA on Bitcoin for everybody here. So far it's produced a lower high so far, okay, but it seems like it's just consolidating in an uptrend, okay, for right now. Kind of in a bull flag, right? I'd say that this is an ascending bull flag here, ascending triangle. Okay. This is the daily chart, guys, or this is the 6 hour chart, excuse me. So yep, it is just kind of sitting in this triangle right now. It looks to be on the shorter time scales, coming out of negative momentum on the 4 hour right now. Okay, so sitting towards the bottom of the triangle. This could try to again make a attempt at higher prices. It's gonna obviously try to test this 92.50 area, and so we're gonna see what ends up happening here in the coming hours. But if the S&P continues to dump, it has been following the S&P pretty closely. However, we do have the halvening coming up, right? There is that hype around the halvening, so that could draw more people to Bitcoin right now. Although I know we are still in a lockdown. We are still the economy is still in kind of shambles right now. Unemployment is through the roof, and demand for Bitcoin probably subsides with that. But the halvening event is a big event for Bitcoin, and all the Bitcoin enthusiasts and whales, they're probably hyped up about that right now. All right, so we're going to take a look at Power Ledger. This was actually a crypto alert call out that was made. Yeah, I was watching some 10-second charts, man. Those are like crazy. It's like you're in a casino watching that stuff. But yeah, let me get back to this Power Ledger here real quick, and then I'll get some other analysis up for you guys. Let me just show you guys when I did call this out. Okay, so Power Ledger was called out on April 27th. Okay, well, it was actually April 26th at 9:30 p.m. But it was the crypto alert for the next day. So 9:30 p.m. April 26th was when this call out was made, and I had this drawn out already, but for whatever reason it's not drawn out right now. But basically, falling wedge, right? So just classic falling wedge stuff, right? April 26th. Here, let's go to the hourly chart. It'll be easier to see. So the hourly chart, April 26th. Oh yeah, yeah. So daily chart actually is better to see it. There it is. Okay, so April 26th, this is called out. The day before we had a little bit of a move up, and then a really big rip up. Right, went up to the 618 fib extension here. Okay, I even had it drawing here. Okay, normally do 50% of the total structure of the move. 1250 sats area is the target. It exceeded that target by a little bit, and that's fine. We had sell orders all the way up into this area. Okay, we obviously didn't catch the top, and you know what? That's fine, right? Can't really catch tops or catch bottoms. As long as you guys catch most of the moves, I'm happy with that. All right. If you guys are interested in the alert service, you guys make sure you guys join the Discord, and we do offer two free trades per week. Okay, and it's in the SDP free trade section on Mondays and Fridays. Fridays are the crypto calls. Mondays we do the stock and option calls. And if you guys want to be part of the alert service, you do get a 7-day free trial when you do sign up. Okay. Let me just throw on the SDP signals here. For Power Ledger, you can see the daily buy signal is in. And as I was drawing out here before, it looks like it's actually consolidating for another move higher, okay? So this trade could still be active, okay? It looks like it's consolidating, ready to make another move higher on the daily. Still in bullish territory, 58 on the RSI. We had this nice cross up here, and you guys can clearly see we had that divergence. And here we go. Actually, it's already on the move. It's up 4.5% as we're speaking right now. So this is actually probably another active trade here. Hourly buy signal is in on Power Ledger, and it looks like it's poised to make another move higher here. Okay, I would say up to this 1090 area where the top of the bands are on the hourly. And thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. Really, guys, I really do appreciate it. We have 21 people watching this evening. And again, make sure you guys please hit that like button. Hit the little subscribe button. Hit the little bell if you haven't done so already. And get back into the content for you, all right? So I gave another trade setup, BitShares. Now this one hasn't played out just yet. I actually took this trade myself, okay? But it's in another falling wedge pattern, right, guys? So these falling wedges are really predictable patterns. They usually do about 50% of the total move, which is you know, predictable, right? Like you're gonna get into a trade, you know it's gonna do about 50% of the move. You know, you want to set your take profits just below those areas so you do get filled when that big move does happen, right? We're just kind of sitting flat here on this BitShares trade right now, but if you guys do look, we are sitting. Here to get free trial for the signals. So when you join the Discord in the main chat, you can just type buy buy alerts, and you'll get a DM from our bot, which will give you instructions on PayPal and how to subscribe, and you'll get a 7-day free trial within the subscription. Okay. Feedstock updates seem to be down since the call. Well, the whole market came down, right? So it's gonna move with the S&P. So like if the market goes down, all the stocks are gonna come down with it. I would say that a lot of the assets took a hit on Friday and Thursday, right? But I'd say the wheat stocks right now, it looks like we're gonna get a bounce here on the 4-hour. Okay, we are towards the oversold area on the 4-hour chart RSI. Okay. So if we went to the hourly, you can see we're trying to backtest this this triangle we broke down out of, okay? So if we can get back into this area, then we're definitely going to be... Because technically this still is a higher low than here, okay? Even though we did fall out of this triangle with the SPY dumping the other day, all right? And I did mention, if you are a part of the alert service, I did mention that Friday was a good time to dollar cost average your positions if you're in a longer swing trade, okay? Because guess what? When the market's dumping like this, you're going to get really cheap premiums on buying things, okay? The problem is that we don't know how far the S&P is going to drop, okay? So you might need to cut your loss somewhere, okay? But if you bought enough time on the option, there's a good chance that it'll try to retest these highs that it has, okay? So it's really all about timing with options. It's actually a very difficult game to play. But stay patient. That's the key word here, is stay patient with options. And the results will come for sure, okay? So if we went to like a 3-day chart on Cron here, okay? So earnings are coming up here towards the end of May on this asset. And if you guys do look, right, we did just cross up. All right, so we did have a brief pullback, okay? And that's completely normal, right? We don't want an asset to just pump like so fast. If it does that, it's unsustainable growth, right? And also, you know, it is following the S&P too. So if the S&P continues to dump, then, you know, this asset's going to dump with it. I mean, we are showing a bit of bearish divergence here on the 3-day, even though we did have this cross up, and this bearish divergence could be negated. Okay, if we actually reverse the price action tomorrow, Monday, in this week. Okay, because it is showing that we did get rejected here, but guess what? We're in the green band area on the 3-day chart. So like, even if we do fluctuate in this range for a little bit, nice, Crypto Keeper. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I know you did over 200% gain on the Tilray calls. Great job on that, man. So technically, we're still making higher lows on the 3-day. Okay. We're gonna have to see how these pan out, man. But technically, we're still making higher lows because we made our lowest low here, right? We started making higher lows, and then we got a dump on Friday, right? So this is our first break of this uptrend. Okay, we're gonna see if we can reverse the price action tomorrow. If the S&P kind of just trades sideways or flat, this asset has a chance of recovering back to the upside. Okay. But if not, just stay patient and look for maybe a re-entry a little bit lower. Obviously, there's a support down here at $4.45. That's a major support level. But again, the weekly looks okay on this asset. Let's see what the weekly looks like, actually. It looks like it tried to break out, right? And, you know, we had a failed breakout. The S&P dumped. All right, we're gonna go to some other the wheat stocks. Tilray here. They're all gonna look similar. They're gonna all look very similar, right? Actually, Tilray looks a little bit better than Cron. You can see that we clearly change a trend on the weekly to the upside here. So Yogi Bobby here. How you doing, Bobby? All right, so 3-day. On Tilray, we're about to cross up on the MACD. We haven't done it just yet, okay? We're pretty close. Negative momentum is weaning off here, all right? Also, earnings towards the end of the month, all right? May 15th. Could be a potential buying opportunity for you guys, all right? When the market's down and crashing, it's a good time to buy, usually. We do have the positive momentum weaning off here on the 2-day, okay? So we're gonna have to again see what the SPY does tomorrow. We are showing this divergence here, this bearish divergence here. All right. So it's possible this does come down a bit. We are actually just sitting right where we broke out from on the back test. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. I don't think we actually broke down into it. We're just resting on it, right? This thing can consolidate and just sit here. To me, this is a good buying opportunity. We made a little cup here. We failed to break higher, but we're back testing the triangle that it broke out of, okay? So right. We're going to cover ACB here in a second. Right? ACB after hours is sitting at 74 cents. And same kind of thing, though, on this. Actually, this looks pretty bullish on the daily, right? Look at this bullish divergence we have down here. We're showing it on the RSI as well. Interesting. So ACB broke down a little bit out of the triangle, as they all did on Friday, because of the S&P dumping. But this thing is obviously it's as close to a bottom as you can be on an asset. This thing is dumped like 90%, I want to say, from its top. I mean, look The candles are still white, okay, on the red candles here. This asset's peak was around 13 bucks. It's sitting around 70 cents, okay? Now, I know, look at all this selling happening, right? There's a lot of talks about this stock having a reverse stock split. They have earnings coming up the end of the month now, just like all the wheat stocks. But we're sitting in the green band area. This could be a long-term opportunity for this stock. I'm not really too sure what the financials look like on this one, but I'm sure a nice swing trade on this is in order for sure, okay? That's the weed stocks, okay, guys? What else do we guys want to cover tonight? Do we have any other... Oh yeah, we had a little bit of a watch list, okay. So options watch list for next week. So the SPX is okay, yeah, the bearish ETF, right? Okay, so I'm sure that this is something to watch, right? As Friday this thing rallied, right? So yeah, this is yeah, this does look like it's ready to cross back up, right? So this is a bear ETF. When the market dumps, this asset will rally, okay? It rallied 7% on Friday, okay? And it looks like it's not done. Maybe the volatility index, the VIX, also might be something to play, okay? Looks kind of the same, right? Falling wedge, all right, on the daily. Right at the breakout area on that wedge, okay? More like a down-sloping channel, actually, not really a wedge, but just crossed up, okay, on the daily. Ren, okay, that's a crypto. We'll get to that in a second. So lots of bearish ETFs, probably to play next week if the stock market continues down, okay. Look at Ren here. Look at Ren USD, okay? So the daily looks like it's going to probably pull back. That's what I'm seeing here. Is there another chart of this asset that's better, maybe? I think this is the best chart. Okay. All right, so it's still technically in a bull flag, okay, overall. Down sloping consolidation here, right? But we could see this. We could see this asset come down to the 6 cent, 5 cent, or 5 cent area. Okay, that would still be bullish. We so far have made a lower high, so we made a high here and then a lower high here. I could see this coming back down, maybe back test this, and then try to rally out of here. Okay. As Stokes are pointed down, RSI is pointed down. MACD is making a little bit of positive momentum. We are crossed up here a little bit, okay, but DMI were pointed down. We are showing this bearish divergence here as well on the RSI on the daily, okay. But we're still sitting in bullish territory on the RSI, so keep that in mind. So like if we go to like the 4 hour, we can see that we're still maybe heading down a little bit, right? This doesn't really look bullish. There isn't any real divergence here on the RSI, okay. But the 4 hour looks like it's finishing its negative momentum, and it might cross up here shortly. So we could just get a little bit more of a pullback, just a bit, before it tries to rally again, and that pullback can come back down to the 5 to 6 cent area, and then try to hit out of this wedge, okay. Take a look at some other cryptos here this evening. Any big movers right now? Okay, Power Ledger we already spoke about. Data, man, this was one of those calls that This thing really ripped. I saw this wedge here, called this breakout, and then had another massive move after that. That was a nice one to catch. Algorand. This one, for the weekly. Yeah, so this looks pretty bad on the weekly. Let me change this. So we're sitting like right on a 3-day support. Okay, looks like on the daily, we might have even broke it. I guess it's actually just sitting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. The more times you test a support, the more likely it is to break. Okay, just remember that, guys. But we'll see if this support ends up holding for this asset. It does look oversold, right, on the 4-hour in oversold territories. It did make a higher low here on the RSI, so we made a low here, and then a higher low here. So there is some divergence there, okay, to the upside. We could get an oversold bounce on this asset. That'd be very likely. So, friends. Not really in too much of a pattern. It's in more of a bear flag type pattern. So, I would really say there's a nice trade setup there. See if we got any other assets here that look tradable. Let's look at ICX real quick. See, this asset tried to rally here and kind of failed to break. It did break out of this wedge a bit, but kind of just lost its volume. All right. All right, so it didn't quite get to my target. I got to 42, and then came right back into the pattern. This does look like some maybe accumulation happening down here, okay? Again, this asset is oversold on 4-hour, and if you look closely, we did make a low, and now we're making a higher low on the RSI, okay? So this is some divergence on the 4-hour, okay? Let's see. Is oil a buy? It's a good question. I don't know when we're gonna go back to. I don't know when we're gonna add this lockdown and when demand for oil is gonna come back. But I mean, it looks pretty cheap right now. This is USO. This is a fund. Okay. Look at that spike of selling, man. I really do think that this is going to get a oversold bounce. If it hasn't done so already. The daily looks like it's ready to maybe make a reversal soon here. I would say in the coming days we will see a reversal. We were in a squeeze here. We busted out of it. So it from its bottom of 15, it went back up to like 20 bucks, and it's kind of just sitting in this range right now. It's in the green area. I would say it's probably a nice swing if you want to swing trade this a few months out, because I don't know how long it's going to take to get up to this $30 area, but I would assume it'd probably take a month or two, maybe 3. Usually the move up is a lot slower than the move down, right? Band BTC, yeah, Band has been on a run, man. I think I called this one out at 4,600 sats down here for this big run up, okay? So yeah, it's at all-time highs. Made a nice little cup and handle here, okay? Sitting in bullish territory on the RSI. On the daily, it is pointed down on the daily, all right. But if we end up making a higher low here on the 4-hour, then we'll get that divergence again for another move up, okay. But this asset is in the bullish territories, okay. 4-hour obviously looking down right now. We could get a nice pullback here. All right, so maybe look to enter that. Let's get some targets for you on that. So we're actually near an entry point, the 12,464 area. Okay, this is potential buying area. The 11,770 area, and then the 618 fib extension here. Okay, can't really see it, but let's see. All right, yeah. So, and then the 11,000 area. Okay, so these three areas are potential areas to take long positions on the way down. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. Okay. All right, let's look at there was another coin here that I really wanted to look at. I think it was Engine coin. Yeah, Engine. So Engine had a nice run up. Okay, it looks like it might be double bottoming here. Okay, on the 4 hour. I have a bottom here and maybe a potential bottom here. If you see these dojis here, just kind of resting of where it broke out from. Okay. And the RSI kind of indicating maybe that we did have some divergence here, but it hasn't played out just yet. Okay. Yeah. I just did oil. I think oil maybe in the coming months we'll have a recovery for sure. What are my thoughts on EOS? Take a look at EOS. I assume you want the BTC pairing or the USD pairing, or which pairing on that? We're gonna look at the BTC pairing first, and then we'll go from there. Is this the whole chart on EOS? What? Okay. So EOS is in a bull flag. Okay. This is a falling wedge. Okay. All right. So it's at a critical area on the weekly, okay? We just started the weekly candles, so we can go to like a 3-day kind of see. So this would be a potential area definitely to take some long positions, because this is, if you look left, this is a critical support, okay? And on the 3-day chart, we're already at 32 on the RSI, okay? So could probably start accumulating down here. And even look at the daily, right? So we got the white candles. We're in the green zone here. This would definitely be a good spot to start buying this asset if you want to trade this wedge pattern here. Okay, this longer term wedge pattern for sure. All right. Now it could, like I said, it could break this support and come further down on the wedge. All right, and then try again and come back down and eventually break out of it. Right. But this could take some time, so we don't know exactly if this is going to be the bottom. This is where you might want to start dollar cost averaging into a position, all right, and kind of set a stop, right? And then if you get the bounce, great. If not, then just maybe buy a little bit lower as this pattern progresses, okay? Hopefully that's helpful, Slim. I appreciate the question about EOS. And you guys have any other assets here you guys want me to check out? Any cryptos, any stocks? Now's the time, all right? I think Matic was a call out. It's still holding in this uptrend, okay? We're just sitting towards the bottom here. This actually looks like it's gonna move within the next day or two. We do have this RSI that's just making higher lows and kind of uptrending, right? Kyber Network. So Kyber Network, Fiber Network broke out of the major wedge, okay, as you guys can see there. It looks like it's making, it tried to make a cup and handle, like, kind of like Bitcoin, right? I had this big run up and then it tried to make a higher high and failed to make a higher, made a higher low, okay? So we could probably draw this as such, right? So this pattern isn't drawn out completely yet, but if I had to draw it, it would be looking something like this. Okay, so it's kind of in a bull flag pennant. All right. So it looks like it might come back down and then try to go right. Fiber Network. I don't know what the pump, if that was an influence on it. It might have been, but it also was in a big pattern here also. So it broke out of the pattern and then back tested it and then ran. So there could have been some some FOMO buying happening towards the end of the pattern there, and that's very likely. But I don't know for sure. I just look at charts and I don't really pay attention to news much. As if you are able to read the charts, then you'll know what the news will be. Okay. So if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys click that like button, tick the subscribe button, and click the little bell to get all the notifications and when I go live, when I post new content. And make sure you guys, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you guys post a comment down below. And if you guys maybe could post some suggestions about how to make the streams better or make the content better, anything like that is really helpful for us here at STP. And we appreciate all you guys joining the stream tonight. I'm gonna do maybe a couple more stock call outs here, and then we're gonna wrap the stream up tonight. Okay, guys. So is it a good time to buy this asset? I think this asset probably comes down a little bit more, right? It looks like it's going to drop a little bit more, especially on the daily oscillators. You can see that pointing down, okay? On the 4-hour shorter time scale, yeah, I'll check out the COF here in a second. Shorter time scale also look pointed down on the 4-hour. It looks like we're probably going to get a little bit more of a pullback, even though the DMI indicator here is towards the bottom, okay? We could be at an area of potential bounce short term here, as this looks like it might do that. Okay, and then in the short term here, you can see that we're also in another wedge type pattern within this pattern, or down sloping channel, I'd say, right? So it's kind of respecting this right here. This could come back down, and just kind of do this, and then get down to the bottom here, and then try to get out, right? All right, COF. So that's Capital One, okay. We'll take a look at Capital One. Clearly, we hit the red band area and pulled back hard, okay. Now let's take a look at where we're at on the weekly for this asset. Okay, so we're still at the bottom on this asset on the weekly chart. Keep that in mind, guys. Definitely want to zoom out and look at where you're at overall in the pattern, okay. So if we were to just draw this out, okay, long term, this is a weekly chart, okay. For a second. So like, let's see if this is a wick down here. I don't want to cut through any actual candle bodies. Okay, so close enough to a wick down there. Alright, so this trend line, it doesn't really do it any justice, but that is the longer term trend line. But I'm going to draw it from this low here. bullish rectangle. Okay, overall weekly chart. All right. Bullish rectangle means we stay in a range, okay, and we'll trade between that range until we break the range, either up or down. Okay. So obviously right now it's closer to this downside. Okay, and we still are technically in the oversold territories. Stokes are pointed up on the weekly. Okay. I would suspect in the coming weeks and coming months this asset does go higher, okay, maybe towards the top of this downtrend, okay. But for areas of value for that, we're gonna look right now, okay. So at the minimum, we're looking at $51.65 before we get a serious pullback to back test this bottom, okay. I wouldn't say that the bottom is completely in yet until the market can confirm and verify that we make a higher low from the previous low. Okay, so look for that. Look for that. Hopefully that's helpful. Frankie there. We got DRI. Let's take a look at that. Darden Restaurants. Okay. So all these charts look the same to me, right? They had a bottom. They had a rally. Here's the weekly chart on this asset. We're gonna look. This is in a nice uptrend. Okay. This is in a beautiful uptrend stock. Okay. This we can even connect all three lows. Look at that. Nice uptrend on this stock. Okay. Look at that channel. It perfectly respects that channel, right? So we're sort of in the middle of it right now. And the weekly looks like it's all crossing up. All right. Like it's all crossing up on the weekly. All right. 3-day chart about to cross up. Okay. Again, though, we're gonna have pullbacks in between these massive rallies that we just had. Okay. Like this was a massive dump. We're gonna see a bit of a rally, which we just got, and the S&P is dumping. So guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna get a pullback, right? Nothing just goes up forever. Looks like, you know, we just exceeded that 618 fib extension, and now it's back testing it. Okay, it's back testing it. Didn't dump through it, back testing it on the hourly chart. You guys can see that. Looks like it had a successful back test here. Stokes are pointed up on the hourly. This asset might actually end up rallying tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned for DRI tomorrow. Okay. You guys got anything else for me this evening here? I know everyone's got to prepare for Monday, right? We're all got to go to work Monday, right? Look at some of the tech stocks. I think the tech sector is still on a bit of a pullback. Let's look at Google real quick. Man, Google. This is a famous pattern here, guys. This is an ascending broadening wedge pattern, okay? Yeah, I'll look at Bank of America after I check out Google here for a second. Okay. Coming out of negative momentum on the weekly, and this is looking like it's setting up for higher prices. That's what I'd say. Looks like that on the weekly time scale here. Again, we're definitely going to see a pullback. It's already exceeded and it's wicking right now through the 618 fib extension. Go to a 6-hour chart. We can see now we're just resting on the 618. Okay. Stokes are pointed down. We are showing some bearish divergence here on the 6-hour, which means we're going to see prices go down a bit here on Google. Okay, and that's normal. We just had a massive run up, right? It just ran from $1,000 to $1,350 in what, like a month? That's a 33% increase in price. So it wouldn't shock me if we came back down to this area here Okay, and then rounded a bottom and then ran again. Okay, that wouldn't shock me at all. All right, Bank of America. Bank of America. All right, I'm just going to a monthly because I want to just see the whole trend here. Stock. So what do you see here, man? This looks like to me like it could be an ascending triangle. Okay, we got our resistance up here. We've had 1, 2, 3 higher lows. All right, on the weekly. The weekly's pointed up, man. This looks really good, actually. We do have this hidden bullish divergence here on the RSI and the weekly. Now, if we go to like a smaller time scale, like a 3-day, you're going to see that Stokes are pointed up, 40 on the RSI. This has definitely room to run on the 3-day. Okay, 3-day chart looking like 3-day chart looking like it's about to cross up, man. This could be a nice play for next week. Okay. All right, this looks pretty good actually. Sitting in the green, we're sitting in the green zone. Okay, this is the buy zone. All right. Nice catch there, Mr. Crypto Keeper. Looks good. Looks good. All right. All right, you guys got anything else? If not, make sure you guys click that like button. Tick that subscribe button, click that little bell, and we'll see you guys next week for another stream. CGC? Yeah, CGC, okay. We'll look at CGC here real quick and then, nice, yep, 17 bucks. I told everyone to DCA. Everyone that DCA'd this, man, is definitely making some money tomorrow. This thing opens where I think it's going to open. Okay. And this should bring all the weed stocks with it. Should. Okay. If we get a rally in the weed sector tomorrow because of CGC, then they're all gonna follow it. Most likely. Okay. Descending, broadening wedge pattern. All right. Okay. We went top to bottom here. The crux of the pattern. Looking at about 150% move. Where does that take us? Okay, roughly up to the top of the bands, okay? We're gonna leave a little horizontal line there just so we can, when we come back to this in a couple weeks or a couple months, so we're gonna see what kind of action and traction this stock has had. Okay. Ace it could, right? That's what I was explaining before. Is if the SPY and the tech stocks and everything is continuing to fall in price and be in some sort of a correction, it's definitely going to put a damper on rallying the market. Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Definitely true, man. This sector has definitely been hit pretty hard out of all the sectors, right? But this looks pretty promising. We're in the green band area. We're still got plenty of room to the upside here on this asset. The weekly looking really bullish, right? Consecutive higher low, or a consecutive low here, a higher low here on the RSI. We're sitting at 41 on the RSI, still in bearish territory, but pointed up, right? Pointed up. So that looks pretty good. It looks promising. 3-day chart is curling a little bit here, but hasn't really shown any real sign of buyer exhaustion just yet. We did obviously have that pullback on Friday, but if you look at the 3-day chart, we're about to cross up on the MACD. So I would say sometime this week, this asset's definitely going to make a move to the upside. Okay. Right. So that's why I think a lot of these wheat stocks are going to rally, but maybe not as much as they should if the SPY was also going up. So it's definitely going to kill some of their gains potentially. But I still think we do see some of these wheat stocks have some moves to the upside. Okay. And especially during this lockdown, a lot of these companies, a lot of these weed companies are doing pretty well. Okay. There obviously a lot of people are, you know, smoking weed and buying products and doing all that. So well, you guys got anything else for this evening? I'm all ears. I'm here. Free analysis, free tickers. What other streamers do this? I'm just kidding. There's plenty of other guys out there that do this stuff. But I want to thank you guys. We got 18 people watching the stream tonight. We got 20 likes. Appreciate that, guys. Make sure you guys smash those likes up if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button. Click the little bell. And we're going to watch Tesla go on a little run tomorrow. I think it's going to have a bounce. Depending on what the SPY does, right? It could just continue on down, right? MGI. All right, MGI. Let's get MGI. MoneyGram. Isn't that related to, that's related to XRP, right? This is a penny stock. Plays good, yeah. Okay. Look. Have a gander here, Ace. Stock is wrecked. Okay, descending falling wedge, right? We're a downtrend. This asset could, on the weekly, looks like, let's see. Yeah, the weekly Stokes are pointed up, right? Falling wedge stuff here. If we do make a higher low here on the RSI, we could get that move up. Okay. So targets on this. All right, targets on this. So falling channel, okay? Falling channel within a descending falling way, descending pattern, okay? If we break out of this channel, all right, we're looking at from top to bottom, we're looking at a 93%. Okay, so we'll probably do about half that move to get out, right? So like 45% out of this channel conservatively. Thanks, Ace. I really appreciate that, man. Okay, so targets here on this channel if we break out of it. Okay, we're looking at these areas, all right? So $1.73, obviously first target, 224, and then up to the 50% area at 277, okay? That's what we're looking at on this asset here, okay? It looks like it's bottomed, man, for sure. It's already at this, it already touched this 173 area on the 3-day, right? Looks like it's about to cross, maybe back up on the 3-day chart, not just yet, but we're coming out of negative momentum. So if we go to like a 2-day, We're Stokes pointed up, okay? Stokes pointed up here, okay? But we are, you know, we are showing that bearish divergence here, so it's kind of trapped right now in this channel, okay? We might get a back test. Maybe then you want to take a long position or look for long positions there. It is already down 11%, so there is that. Let's see. How much far down we're going to go on this asset? All right, so the hour looks like it's already rounding out. So this could go tomorrow, okay? Potentially. Oh, okay. So this is the overreaction from the earnings call. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely a buying opportunity, I would say, right? It actually put in a higher low than its previous low, so technically a higher low, right? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining the stream tonight again. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys click that like button. Let's get those likes up. Click the subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you guys tick that bell so you guys can get informed when we put out new content. And we'll catch you guys in next week's stream. And congratulations again to the Crypto Keeper for his awesome meme. And we're going to be doing more giveaways here shortly. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And thanks again for joining the stream. We'll catch you guys next week.